So New York City just took the first step to becoming a bankrupt city, right? With Zoran Mandami winning the primary for the Democrat Party for mayor, New York is going to become a dumpster fire if he eventually becomes mayor. Of course, they have the general elections, but this just proves that when it comes to the Democrat Party, the establishment Democrats, it's a wrap for them. It's over. They're cooked. They're done. The old guard, it's over for them. This new wave of Democrats, these progressive left, they're the new guard that's running, these Democrat states, like New York. And the fact that he got elected, it's just like, wow, like he is a Democrat socialist and his policies are beyond crazy. And the fact that, the people elected him just shows you how tired a lot of these people are of what, the Democrat of the old guard when it comes to establishment Democrat. They're tired of them. They're done with them. They don't like what they have to offer, and they have nobody to blame but themselves because they allowed this, right? They allowed these far left people to take over their party, and now they're the ones being kicked out. So listen to Fox and what they say about Zoran Mamdani winning this race.
Zoran Mamdani may be in the driver's seat now to run America's largest city after declaring victory in New York's Democratic mayoral primary last night.
All right, Todd Pyro, you've been talking about this all morning. It's hard to wrap your head around.
It really is, based upon we all work in the city, we know people in the city, but nevertheless, with 93% of the ballots counted, Zoran Mamdani is now declaring victory over former Governor Andrew Cuomo. Mamdani, a socialist Democrat, receiving over 43% of the votes, but since no one hit 50%, the voting now moves to rounds. Let's break down what that means. New York City uses a ranked choice voting system, allowing voters to rank up to 5 candidates on their ballot in order of preference. At the end of each round, the candidate with the least votes is then eliminated. Votes for the candidate who was eliminated are then redistributed to the voters' next highest ranked choices. The process continues until the candidate with the most votes wins. But it won't begin until July 1, once the city's had enough time to collect mail-in ballots. So even though Mamdani hasn't officially been declared the winner of the race yet, that did not stop him from giving a victory speech last night.
My friends, we have done it. I will be your Democratic nominee for the mayor of New York City. We have won because New Yorkers have stood up for a city they can afford. A city where they can do more than just struggle.
Even former Governor...
Man, what people don't know is there's going to be more struggling. If you elect him as your mayor, it's going to be a lot more struggling. Like, think about this, right? So I'm on X, and these are the things that he's promising, right? Social workers to replace police. Like, what the hell are you talking about? You're gonna get social workers to replace police for what? Like crime? Like, how's that gonna work? Like crime? You're gonna get social workers to come in to step in police for all serious crimes? Like that's not gonna work. And then you got rent freeze, right? Like rent freeze, like. I swear, some of these Democrats, like these socialists, they clearly don't understand economics, right? The amount of impact these type of policy would have on their city. Like, how are you going to freeze rent? Okay, so you're going to go to a landlord and tell him that he can't raise his rent even though his insurance is going up, his taxes are going up. He's just to maintain that same price. And all you're going to see is that a lot of these properties, they're just going to go, degrade over time. Like, because if I'm a landlord, why would I maintain it if I'm not making any money off of it? And you're going to see a lot of people just leaving because there's no money to be made in these properties. And you're just going to see New York continue to degrade. The building's going to just fall apart and you're going to see a total collapse, right? And then you're talking about city-owned grocery stores. Like, these things have been tried before in other countries. They don't work. City-owned grocery stores, there's no incentive. What's the incentive to make sure you're getting, the good groceries? Like, who's gonna make sure that you're getting all the things that in a timely manner? Like, this is not gonna work. And you got $70 billion of debt to fund affordable housing, so you're gonna just print more money, right? Take on more debt to make sure people can afford housing. All you're gonna see is are these buildings just collapse, crumble, degrade over time? Because that's usually what happens. Free buses, there's no such thing as free buses. Things have to be paid. How are you going to maintain these buses when they break down? Oh, what you're gonna do is you're gonna raise more taxes, right? And where are you gonna get the tax money from? The poor people, because they ain't got no money. So you're going to tax wealthy people, right? But what's going to happen when all these wealthy people leave because they can't operate a business because they're making no money with businesses? So where are you going to get your tax dollars from? So this whole thing is just going to collapse. And you got no cost childcare and then $30 minimum wage. These businesses can't afford $30 minimum wage. There's going to be a lot of businesses that are failing and that are going to leave New York City, and then all your tax revenue is going to go away. So it's like this is the thought process from a lot of these Democrats, and all these people that voted for him. They have no idea what they're actually voting for, right? But you know what? A part of me says, like, you know what? They need to go through this so they can learn how much socialism just doesn't work. These type of policies don't work. But then the other part of me is like, this is not good, right? This is not good for one of the largest cities in one of the largest cities and states in America is going this route. Okay, like, you don't want to see that. The fact that you have a bunch of people that actually are voting for this, and especially if they go into the general election and and he actually becomes the mayor, I mean, that's not what you want to see. All right. So where was I? Let's go back to whatchamacallit. Let's see what Cuomo has to say. Wow. Let's see. Jeez, go there.
More than just struggle.
Even former Governor Andrew Cuomo is conceding to the 33-year-old New York State Assemblyman.
Tonight was not our night. Tonight was Assemblyman Mamdani's night. I called him. I congratulated him.
Cuomo still leaving the door open to running as an independent in November. The winner of the Democratic primary could face off against Cuomo if he decides to run as an independent. The Republican as well, also against incumbent Mayor Eric Adams, running as an independent, who's going to be joining you folks later on in the program.
Yep. Curtis Lewa is running as a Republican.
Right.
Thank you so
Thanks,
much.
Todd.
Okay.
So the question is Cuomo and the rest of the Democrats going to do the right thing? This guy's insane. He has said that if Netanyahu comes into town, that he's going to have the NYPD arrest him for international crimes. But he doesn't want the NYPD to enforce the border enforcement there and help ICE out. But this is a guy that wants Netanyahu. He said that he wants to freeze rent. He wants city-run grocery stores, social workers to replace police. Essentially, he wants to defund the police. $70 billion of debt to fund affordable housing. I mean, the list just goes on.
Free buses, no cost health care, baby baskets for newborn child care, $30 million minimum wage, and he wants to up the taxes on those horrible people, the top 1%.
Yep.
They are leaving. That's great news for Florida.
$30 minimum wage. Yeah, I mean, this is going to force big businesses. All it takes is just a few. You have people on Wall Street that are saying that to allow New York to lose more money. So many businesses have already gone down there. Palm Beach is going to be booming. Miami's going to be booming. People are moving out in droves, and they will be if this guy wins, because the wealthy businesses, he wants corporate tax to be 11%. Corporations can't afford that.
And see, and this is what you're going to expect. I mean, this is what you need to expect if you elect this person as mayor of New York City, man. These businesses are going to bomb. They're going to leave. They're going to be like, oh, I'm out of here. And then you're not going to... I don't understand how dumb people are. They just don't understand, like, what they're voting for, man. I swear they need some restriction on voting. Like, everyone should not be allowed to vote. Some people are just too dumb, okay? And these people in New York continue to vote for this nonsense. And if he becomes mayor, like, New York City is going to collapse. Like, it's going to, like, I know a lot of people don't think so. They're like, it'll be fine. You implement some of these policies, it's not going to last long because they just don't work. They don't work. Raising minimum wage to $30, free buses, $7 billion of debt. Where are you getting this money from? Raising taxes, right? But you know what? Maybe New York has to go through this. Like, maybe some of these Democrats, these people on the left, need to go through this so they can truly understand what the impact is of what they vote for. And I'm not sure Cuomo is going to run. Hopefully he sits out because he's done. They get out the way. And I don't know, Eric Adams, I don't know how good his chances are when it comes to competing. But, maybe you need that. And I don't even know the chances of that Republican winning. But, I mean, the New York, y'all just can't vote for this guy here, man. That'll be a disaster. All right? But those are my thoughts. Interested to hear your thoughts. Make sure you leave a comment down below with the like button, share. And if you haven't done so already, make sure to subscribe. So guys, take care. Have a good one. Later.